Sophie. I'm a service user, an expert by experience in mental health. I actually started with the Personality Disorder Hub. I was at a point in my recovery where I felt I wanted to give something back, and I was offered an opportunity to make a few changes. Over the years it's progressed, and I've got to learn a lot, and I've also got to meet more service users, and now I feel that I'm in a position where if a service user doesn't feel that they've got a voice, I feel that I have, and I feel like I'm now in a position where I can use my voice on their behalf, and it's quite empowering. But it's not empowering just for me, but hopefully for other service users going forward, and also how we sort of change and develop services. My first experiences of mental health services were quite challenging. It was really difficult to access and get help and support. I spent a lot of hours waiting in A&E, for example, for somebody from the crisis team to come and see me. Whereas now, if somebody does end up going to A&E, we have got the acute liaison service. We do have the crisis cafes, we do have the integrated response hub. All of those, none of those really existed before. And I do think at my most unwell, that might have made quite an impact. But it's been really good to be able to be a part of building and growing those services. The integrated response hub is essentially, it's a single point of access, and it's one number that anybody that has a need can call. It's sort of instant access to mental health services. As much as I'm in recovery, I do still have periods where it's not so good, and I did have a period last year where it wasn't so good, and I contacted the integrated response hub, and I spoke to somebody. I got some emotional support, and they felt that I needed more support, and they made an appointment for me, and it was just really seamless, and I knew the steps and I knew what to expect. And it actually really benefited me because it prevented me from becoming even more unwell. I was asked to be a part of creating this single point of access, and I sat in a room with quite a few people with a piece of paper, and it was what's it going to look like, what is it that we were looking for, what's its purpose. And for me, my point and my voice was, when people call up for mental health support, there are things that service users are told that are perhaps less helpful. It's a learning curve and we get things wrong, but it's about what do we learn from those? What's the feedback? What can we do? How can we change that? How can we make it better? Take that feedback and then sort of be offered the chance to now create more training for those staff that are coming into the integrated response hub to build their competence, to build their confidence as well. So it's a working together with staff so that the delivery for service users is hopefully better and more positive.